to encourage them to invest to the Philippines as investor in the country through Ayala land. And as you can see, there's a lot of people right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. We request everyone to settle down. We'll start the program in 5 minutes. Thank you.
Here is my mentor, Lawrence, and her boss. Yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of people right now all over here. Yeah, this is the food that they serve today, and here, there we go. There's some food, and we can get this one. It look like delicious, and I think I can get this. One of this. Yeah, try this one. What I had is sweet. That's what you call sweet ricotta pile cannoli. Here. Yeah, I got it. I try to test this. Oh yeah, yes, I'm looking for. Thank you. And as you can see, there's a lot of food. Here is a grilled plank steak, pepper and green onion. And this is the grilled salmon. And this is the other one. Yeah, there's a lot of food here actually, guys. And this is the pan-seared chicken breast, lemon, capers, oven dried tomatoes, and this is the one. And this is the red pepper risotto. Red pepper risotto. It's here. And they have roasted potatoes. And let's see. And they have a bouquet of marinated grilled vegetable. And it's here. And the Mediterranean quinoa. And it's here. And this is the salad. Baby spinach salad, and this is the traditional Caesar salads. And here there's a lot of people here for this event, and mega love shout out to everyone. And I'm here right now in Glendale, California, and they invited me here as part of this activities. And I know you're asking me why I'm here. I'm here because I like the property. That's why I was here to be part of this event. And the product and the property is very well good and presentable. And it's a good place to stay in the Philippines when you have this, especially. Yeah. Make a love shout out, and this is my dessert and hot water with lemon. Yeah. And they start preparing the requirement. The signage at the table, the stage. Yeah, we're here right now at the table number 6. They're preparing the stage right now because there's a lot of visitors already, a lot of guests, and they're starting pretty soon. And mega love shout out to everyone here in the the United States, and also in the Philippines, and also in Korea, and any part of the world, you
These
are
are really like
welcome. Yeah.
the Arca South. The Duo Suite actually, just to show you, okay, this is the availability. As of, this was, I don't know if, this
This
was
is your KDIY Hermi Manota,
yung
and mega
pangalan.
mega love shout out to
So
you,
probably there has
every
been already been
to the
taken out of
to you
this.
guys,
So
to
you can see
everybody, to
the,
everyone in the Team Achievers, Team Payaman, Team Livewire, Team Pinoy Core, and Team
yeah, yeah, hold
Rocha,
on, I'll
and
show you.
also to Tatay Awe. Mega mega love shout out.
35 million.
Yeah,
And
It's dual suite.
Duo Suite, correct.
With the parking already. Yeah. No, is that built na?
No, that's
What building?
the building.
Kailan matatapos?
Actually, for the olive, it's 2 years time. It's 3 years time.
2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's pre-selling.
Okay. But how does that work? The payment start na now.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you see then the availability, usually, if say for example you decide by December, by then there might not be any more available duo suites and the prices might have gone high. Because even during the construction stage, the price appreciation really goes up. So when you decide, say if you want to end down already the duo suite, you decide to choose one, and then you can do a reservation. Reservation actually pins down the amount,
Yeah.
pins down the price, and pins down the unit.
Welcome to Ayala again. We're very pleased to have
Then
you.
we can talk about the payment.
So, I need a call dito because he has so much credentials. So our speaker for today is the President and CEO of Bird Credentials, a dynamic player in financial services, specializing in investment and the biggest distributor of mutual funds in the Philippines. He sits as the Director of Ayala Land, Globe Telecom, Ayala Land Logistics, National Reinsurance Corporation, Esquire Financing, the Cullinan Group, Technomarine Philippines, Seven Tall Tree Seedens Company, and Mobile Group Inc. He has served as the President and CEO of Philip Life, one of the country's most trusted financial services conglomerates, and was chairman of its affiliates and subsidiaries. Prior to this, he was previously Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing and Sales Officer of Ayala Land. He was also Chairman of Ayala Land International Sales, President of Ayala Land Sales, and Agita Sales Corporation. He is a registered financial planner and a four-time member of the Million Dollar Roundtable. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Rex Mendoza. Let's give him a warm
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
We can do better than that. We serve you lunch. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, we came all the way back from the Philippines, and it's really such a great day because we've done this on a regular basis starting 2008, and the pandemic really put a stop to that. And for the first time in like almost 3 years, we're back to the US. So let me thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules, your weekends, to be here with us. It's really quite an honor and a privilege. What I'm going to be talking about will be investing in the Philippines. For a lot of people, that can include a little bit of controversy, but that's fine. We can deal with it squarely. We can deal with this very objectively. And many of you might even think, can you really talk about investments nowadays? Not even in the Philippines, but even in the US, with what's happening in this volatile, uncertain, ambiguous, and complex world, right? Is it the right time for us to fly all the way here to talk about investing? I mean, it's a time to pull back for many people. It's time to probably revisit what we have done in the past and probably change course. But we see this to be an opportunity. I'm going to be inundating you with a lot of quotes from big people saying that you really invest when people believe it's bad times, because that's the time to do it. But we come from the notion that real investing is not about avoiding risk. It's about managing. And making sure that we'll have opportunities all around us that we can take care of, we can take advantage of. So I'm going to be doing this, and Trina will backstop me and share with you the investment opportunities, the things that can get you into execution. Now, let me say that this task can be a challenging one for me because I'm not really familiar with a crowd. I cannot go full-blown technical into my discussion. I might lose some of you. But you see, if I go too basic, then people might probably feel that's not going to be accurate or that's not going to be relevant. So I'm going to be staying in the middle. However, I'm going to be having a lot more time after my talk and after Trina's talk to probably hop from one table to the next so that you can really ask me questions, hard questions, political questions.
Sub
All
question.
that kind of stuff we probably don't want to talk about in the open. But you see, I was telling my cousin here, there is no way we can discuss investments without discussing politics in the Philippines, right? We all know, I mean, our investment horizon goes beyond 6 years. However, in the Philippines, the impact of an administration can be, they disregard the risk of missing opportunities. We get to go into a de-risking process and we want to play it safe. Not knowing that it's actually the time when real money is made. And this is something that comes out of my mutual fund side. Trina says that my company is the biggest mutual fund distributor in the Philippines. And this guy is the pillar of the mutual fund industry. Sir John Templeton says that bull markets are born on pessimism, they grow on skepticism, they actually mature on optimism, and they die on euphoria. What does that mean? Any investor worth his keep will have to be a step ahead. If you're going to be late in investing, the cream is already been absorbed by some other people. You have to be there and be ahead of the curve. But being ahead of the curve doesn't mean you invest in anything. We still have to be very, very selective in doing so because of the fact that all of us are people. I mean, we are affected by our emotions. I always tell a lot of people, you know, I have a lot of friends who are chief financial officers of companies. You know them, right? They do very well for the money of their companies. But unfortunately, they don't do well for their money. This is something that you've seen happen again and again. And I tell even my children, you see, even our education, no matter what you finished in terms of a career, you get through subjects like economics, accounting, finance. They will teach you how to handle other people's money, not your own. Because it's totally different if it's your own money, because in all instances, emotions get in the way. And when emotions get in the way, you change perspective. Greed and fear have their way of getting into you. So much so that this happens. Like, it can be any investment. It can be the stock market, it can be real estate. You buy, you think it's going up, then it turns, it goes lower. And then at the very start, you don't really feel that. You want to average down and buy some more. And it becomes 1/2 of your investment. And you get to capitulation and despondency and you say, you know, I don't want this anymore. And when you say that, that's the time it goes up. And that's almost like you're riding a vehicle and it stopped and you got down and it went straight ahead, right? Binaba ka lang. Right? So, when our emotion gets in the way, sir, can you not videotape me? I
okay.
have a distinct contract with Mother Lily. See, the people who laugh are from my generation. So, but clearly, this gets in the way. When your emotions get in the way, you cannot be a step ahead. Because what I say, or what we've seen on the board says, you have to be brave when people are scared. That's easier said than done. But easier said than done. When you're in the midst of it, it's so difficult to react. Especially when you see something like this, right? This is year-to-date Dow Jones Industrial Average. Sorry if I'm going to be using it as a barometer for investors' appetite, investors' confidence, but it is real, right? It's down 16.4%. I did this chart last Wednesday. If I'm going to update it, the Dow has breached 30,000. It's 29,889, which makes this percentage to be minus 18 now. So it's scary. And people are thinking what? Higher interest rates, runaway inflation, and rising unemployment. In fact, those numbers are grim numbers. For the first time in so many years, you're looking at an inflation rate in the US of 8.6% from 8.3, right? And that inflation rate, if you're going to be comparing it, since 1945, would even breach the surge in oil prices in 2010, the first Gulf War, and the late 1960s economic boom. It's going to be approximating the Korean War level of inflation. So it's something to be worried about, and the government of the US, the Fed, wants 94 since the year 2000. But the most significant thing is this, that they've done 3 increases in 3 straight meetings, which has never been done since the 2008 subprime crisis in the US. So that just tells you it's something to be worried about. And they have thrown the playbook of growth out. They don't care if growth goes down. They want to control inflation. And that's the reason why they're increasing rates, which slows down the economy. So if you're going to be looking at it, the real word now that's getting floated around is called stagflation. Because employment is not going up. In fact, the unemployment rate is staying down, and there is a big risk that come June, this will get up to about 4 to 4.5%.